And Jack Frost, what's up, party people? First thing I want to do is I want to apologize to Jules. Okay, she sent me a story today, everybody. All right, so she sent me a story, and what ends up happening is by the time I start doing the story to the time that I actually get to the end of the damn clip or whatever that I'm doing, sometimes I just forget if somebody sent it to me or not. And I just go down the list and I pick out the names depending on who's been donating and how much they've donated. So sometimes I just forget, and I want to apologize to Jules because Jules did send me a story, and the story that Jules sent me, I put somebody else on it by accident. But what I did do was I put up a clip that I did not even speak on. And in the clip that I didn't even speak on, Jules it actually has 6ix9ine talking. And Jules sponsored that clip. So it might not have been the story that she wanted, but the story actually had 6ix9ine talking on it. So, I mean, really, I apologize, baby girl. So sorry about that. Yo, what up, Zeke? What up, Miss Mahogany? What up, Jules? What up, Alejandro? What up, Young? What else here? Ant? What up, Ant? Michael, how y'all doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. I missed this morning because, what up, Anthem? Shout out to Cali, yo. I missed, what up, Chirac? I missed this morning because I had a situation. It wasn't a terrible situation or nothing like that, but due to the fact that I was doing something and it was in the middle of the night, I didn't get to sleep until like, I don't know, maybe 6 in the morning. So since I didn't get to sleep till like 6 in the morning, there's no way I was going to be able to do it at 9:40. So I apologize to y'all about that, seriously. And that's what happened. But everything's okay. I'm fine. I just had a situation. I mean, if when I got home, I would have been able to just sleep, it would have been cool. And just so everybody's clear, I wasn't doing anything that I wanted to do, okay? I wasn't enjoying myself. I was just, I'm just saying, I just couldn't do it, and that's it. Yeah, like I was like 6 in the morning, I was fucked up. Oh, and for everybody that's wondering why all the 6ix9ine videos came out today, y'all could also thank Jules for that, because of the story Jules sent me, that's what I got, how I found the other stories that I put up. So what up, Nod? Yo, what up, Nod? So that's how I found the other stories that I put up. So the reason why there's so much 6ix9ine today, whoever want to be pissed off at somebody, be pissed off at Jules. It was her doing. Way too much 6ix9ine. It was her doing. Okay? What happened was I found one story, and then when I found that one story, there was another story. So then it was a toss-up between which one I was going to put out. And then I found the third story. So then it was a toss-up between which ones I was going to put out. And then I found the fourth story. So there was a toss-up between which one I was going to put out. I put out 2 of the stories. Then after I put out 2 of the stories and I left the other 2 alone, I found another one. So this is not a 6ix9ine night, by the way. What up, Turnpike? We about to get into this whole Kanye Trump mess. Yeah, there's just a lot more going on with that. I just couldn't make no more 3 6ix9ine videos in one damn day. I mean, god dang it. I mean, 3 6ix9ine videos in 4 days is too much. Like, I didn't want to do anymore. So there's that. I actually was gonna put out a Trump Kanye video today. I was working on the audio. I didn't like how the audio was coming out, so I said, you know what? I'll just come here and do it. So that's how I cleared that up. I was working on the audio, and then I decided I was just gonna come here and do it. I also had somebody send me, what's up, DJ? Did I say what's up to DJ? Is DJ leaving? I guess DJ's leaving. All right, whatever. Anyway, so what's up, Deontay? I'm sorry about that, DJ. I thought I said what's up. I guess she just comes in to say hi from now on. I appreciate it. Hit the like button at least. It is what it is. I really do be thinking I really do be thinking I spoke on it. I was in somebody else's live, right? I was in somebody else's live, right? And they were speaking on this whole Kanye situation. And I realized something. I realized what's actually going on. I was you know how you change the world? I'll tell you how you change the world. You change the world by programming the youth. That's how you change the world. You don't change the world by trying to get through the people that's already adults. You don't change the world by trying to get through the people who already, you know, have jobs, have stakes, and whatever the fuck. You change the world by getting through to children. That's how you change the world. So I'm looking at this whole situation that has to deal with Trump and Kanye. And I remember being in elementary school. And I remember being in elementary school, and in our elementary school, we was always taught that Ronald Reagan was a good president. That's what we was always taught. Ronald Reagan, great guy, good president. And I didn't wipe that. No, that was my other hat. What the fuck is this white shit always getting on my hat from? All of my hats, what does it be on my hands or some shit? What the fuck is that? We was taught that Ronald Reagan was a good president. He's not. He wasn't. He's a terrible president. Most presidents are terrible presidents. All right. So we was taught that Ronald Reagan was a good president, that he was the best president. We was really taught to praise Ronald Reagan. And then when you look at the way that the world evolved in 1990, I'm going somewhere with this. If you look at the way that the world evolved in the 90s, it was a direct relation to what we lived through in the 80s. I'm not just talking about the whole crack epidemic thing. I'm not talking about that. One of the things that Ronald Reagan did was Ronald Reagan came and fucked up jobs in the hood. For everybody that don't know, Ronald Reagan fucked up jobs in the hood. All right? So when you fuck up jobs somewhere in the hood, you create a desperation. And when you create a desperation in like that, then, you know, you might have people who weren't already, you know, drug abusers or whatever the case was, you know, drug users that might now gravitate towards it. But that's not even the whole point I'm trying to get to. What I'm saying is this. Because the 80s was the way that the 80s were. Anybody remember the 90s? The 90s was dope as shit, wasn't it? Let's keep it a buck. The 90s was dope. Was it the 90s dope? The 90s was dope. All right? Let's just keep it a buck. The 90s was dope. Exactly. You know why you remember the 90s for being so dope? Not because the 90s was so dope, but because the 80s was so bad. The 80s was terrible. So now you take a president and Donald Trump, and he's trying to side himself with Kanye West, right? Kanye West, somebody who is going to go down in history as an individual who has had an imprint on our culture. That's something that is undeniable. Kanye West is an imprint on our culture. When Kanye West first came out and he was rocking them backpacks and everything, everybody started wearing fucking backpacks. You can't tell me they did. All right? When Kanye West has created trends, Kanye West got them fucking sneakers that I think look ugly as shit, that everybody fucking loves. Right? Kanye West has his finger on the pulse of America, or at least on fashion. Right? So when they look back down through the history books and they talk about Donald Trump, one thing they're going to be able to say about Donald Trump is Donald Trump tried to make an effort. Yeah, them shoes is ugly as shit. Donald Trump tried to make an effort. You get it? And the proof of it is going to be Kanye West. So when you look at Kanye West and you wonder why he's doing what he's doing, remember a couple of different things. Remember this. Kanye West wants to be Kanye. Nobody loves Kanye West more than Kanye West. I'm thinking that we can all agree on this. Nobody loves Kanye more than Kanye. Kanye is positioning himself to go into the history books. Keep all of this in mind as we have this discussion. As we're having this discussion, keep in mind that Kanye West wants to be in the history books, which he does. That Donald Trump wants people to look back on him and think, I tried. Because he's going to fail. There's no question about that. He's going to not be liked. When Trump leaves office, nobody's going to like this nigga. He's not going to be liked. There's going to be a group of people that's going to love Trump, but the overall Americans not going to like him. He's not going to win the popular vote at shit. All right, now I'm going to start the conversation just so we're clear. I just wanted to preface. I keep saying preference and shit or something like that. I keep saying the word wrong. It's hard for me to say that word. I just want to preface all of that. All right. So now, like, damn, why did DJ leave? Anyway, a couple of things I want to talk about that Kanye West spoke about. The first thing I'm going to talk about is he spoke about his mental or lack of mental illness. Kanye West said that he was diagnosed with having bipolar disorder. You want to know the funny thing about bipolar disorder? I'm going to tell you the funniest shit about bipolar disorder. Anyone could be diagnosed with it. Yep. If you have a doctor that just wants to diagnose you with something, he can diagnose you with bipolar disorder. No, he does sound schizophrenic the way that he's talking, but let's talk about the actual disorder that he's saying that he got disclosed with. He got diagnosed with. Anybody can be diagnosed with bipolar disorder. That's one of the main things that they try to label black males as. When a black male goes to see a doctor, and that doctor feels like he needs to give you some kind of diagnosis, it's damn near 90% of the time going to be bipolar disorder, even if you're just a regular individual. Because all they have to prove is at one time you felt like one way and at another time you felt the exact opposite. That's it. For everybody that don't know what bipolar disorder is, I'm going to break it down for you real quick. A lot of people have this weird assumption that bipolar disorder has something to do with being angry. It doesn't. It can be a symptom. Anger can be a manifestation of your particular bipolar disorder. That is correct. But bipolar disorder is not directly anger isn't directly attributed to bipolar disorder. Somebody could be bipolar and anger not be the thing that that you see them being affected by. It could be depression. All right? Because bipolar disorder basically means you can be at one end of the spectrum, then all of a sudden be at the other end of the emotional spectrum. It's basically all it means. So what happens is, all you have to do when you go to a doctor is the doctor say, you're happy about something, and then they'll ask you a couple of questions and say, did that make you upset? And you'll say, well, yeah, I got a little angry. And then they'll be like, scribble, scribble, scribble. Did that make you sad? Well, yeah, a little sad. Scribble, scribble, scribble. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how they get us as a people. So Kanye said that he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I don't think he's bipolar. I think that I think that the majority of the things that we see Kanye exhibiting is due to drugs in his system. No, I didn't hear it yet. Sorry about that, Sav. You sent it to me, right? I think the majority of the problems that we see Kanye going through is drugs being in his system. Something that a lot of people don't know is a lot of these celebrities, they either have drug problems because they just drug problems, or in order to keep whatever positions they have to take drugs in order to be able to, somebody say, well, we sent you to a doctor. The doctor said you have this particular disorder. And you know what? We're not going to be able to allow for you to follow through with this particular contract or hire you for this particular thing unless you're on your meds from the doctor that they probably own in the first place. Take all of this into consideration, y'all. Because did you remember the other day when Kanye was like he's out of the sunken place? His voice didn't sound the way that his voice sounded when he was just in there with Trump. When he was talking about he's out of the sunken place, his voice didn't sound the same way it sounded like when he was on fucking Saturday Night Live. It sounded different. His whole entire voice sounded different. You understand? I know I'm just going super slow with this, and I'm bringing up a lot of different points on purpose. All right? Because I think that this is a very important thing. What I'm about to say, I don't think anybody is talking about. That's what I'm trying to say. And when I say it, if I just say it flat out, motherfuckers is going to be like, oh, this nigga's retarded. Nah. People ain't looking at it the way they're supposed to be looked at. You want to know one of the main ways that they control us? Okay. I was in somebody else's live. And somebody said it's the wolf and the hound philosophy. Basically, the Republicans chase us back to the Democrats. And that's why us as Black people feel that we always have to vote for Democrats. We always have to vote liberal. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I don't trust the Democrats and I don't trust the Republicans. They both steal from us two different ways. The Republicans steal from us by selling us to the biggest buyer, whether it be pharmaceutical companies or whether it be coal companies or whether it be, I don't know, China, or whether it be whatever the fuck it be. The Republicans sell us out. You understand what I'm saying? To the highest bidder. The Democrats don't sell us out to the highest bidder most of the time. What they do is they profit off of our sorrow, off of our misery. What the Democrats will do is the Democrats will go tobacco companies. Exactly. That's some Republican shit. What the Democrats will go do is a tragedy will happen. The Democrats will open up funds for shit. Somehow, only 5% of the funds that is being fucking donated to whatever the fuck these funds donated to, only 5% of the funds get to where it's supposed to go. Think about all of the Democrats that have been getting, especially in New York City. Think about all the Democrats that have been getting in trouble for opening up some kind of like hospital in the hood, some clinic, some like what they send the kids to and shit. And then all of a sudden that they run out of money for some strange reason, even though they're government funded. They run out of money. You go see who was running it? Most likely a Democrat, because Republicans ain't opening up shit like that. Republicans don't even want to fake like they want to share the money with the fucking public population. The Republicans don't want to share the money with the people in the country. Yep, Clintons all the time. The Clintons did that shit a ton of times. How are you going to have a fundraiser? The Clintons have fundraisers, right? This is just to show you the bullshit. The Clintons have fundraisers where they go speak. Their daughter get like $100,000 per speech. Their fucking daughter. What the fuck has she ever done? How is she getting $100,000 per speech? What has she done? Exactly, Anthem. Just take all of this into consideration. Everything I'm talking about, just keep this into consideration when we get to where we're going. All right? Try not to lose too much of this. Keep everything into consideration. Okay. Well, and also that's one of the biggest reasons why the 90s was so good, because when Clinton was in office, they had so many different foundations set up that even though they were stealing a lot of the money was still trickling down into our communities. Some of the money, a good deal of the money was still trickling down into our communities. Jules says a lot of government money backs third world regimes. That's been going on for years. They don't advertise that though. Dominican Republic dictator Trujillo, El Salvador during their long, yeah, absolutely. They always back in other countries because that's what they do. And all countries' military kill their own people except for ours. So don't be confused about that. Mexican government military kill their own people, except for America and Canada, and I guess a couple of European countries. But everywhere else, the military is killing people, civilians. So it is what it is. That's just the way the world works. Back on point. So you got to look at it like this. So now you have fucking Kanye West, and he's in there talking to Trump. Now check this out. Kanye West says something that is so important that I don't think people get. Remember when Hillary Clinton was running? Remember when, yep, 9/11, there you go. Remember when Hillary Clinton was running for office? I'm going to tell you something that I told people that when she was running for president. I said, she's not going to win. I said the only way, and I was telling people this, and they laughed in my face. They told me, some of the people got mad at me because they told me that I must want Republicans to be in office, and I must love Donald Trump. A whole bunch of, how people talk when you telling them something, they know you right, but they don't want to admit you right. So they just automatically assume some off the wall bullshit. That's what was happening to me. I was telling people, I said, Hillary Clinton cannot beat Donald Trump. I said, the only chance that we have for not having a Donald Trump president is if Bernie Sanders wins the nomination. I said, that's the only way. I said, Hillary Clinton is not going to be able to stand up to Trump in a debate. I'm busy telling people this. I said, Trump is eating niggas alive at debates. He's destroying people, and he's not even talking about facts. He's not even talking about politics. He's talking about everything else. He's talking about your personal life. He's roasting niggas on national television in front of the whole entire world. I said, there's no way she's gonna look good in a debate against Trump. That's not gonna work. I was telling people that. I said, it's not that I don't want Trump to win. It's not that I don't want Hillary to win. It's not that I'm a fan. I do not like Trump. I'm gonna get into the racism at some point also, but I want to slow walk this so people can understand where I'm coming from. It's not that I don't like Hillary. I don't really care for her, to keep it a buck. For everybody that don't know, her husband signed the fucking 3 strikes law, and there's a lot of motherfuckers in jail right now over petty fucking crimes for the rest of their fucking lives because of Bill Clinton. There's a lot of colored minority people, a lot of melanated people in jail right now, and they're gonna rot there because of a bill that Bill Clinton signed into fucking legislation. There's more people. There's the NAFTA bill. Yep, exactly. The NAFTA bill that they signed basically ran all of our businesses out of the country, sent jobs out of the fucking country. See, the problem is we didn't see the jobs being sent out of the country until Bush became president. Because, see, this is this one thing that we don't know. People, look, you want to know why every president wants to do a second term, y'all? Does anybody know why presidents? I'm just going to tell you because I don't want to sit around and waiting. Presidents want to do a second term because all of the bills that they've signed in their first term, it don't usually come into effect until after about 3 or 4 years. Yep, so they could benefit off their work. It don't usually come into effect after 3 or 4 years. So today, I'm not going to say no names, but today I heard somebody say, and I love this person. This person is a beautiful person, but they're just wrong about this, and they don't know that they're wrong about this. And I hope they figure out this so they can stop telling people this shit, so people don't be looking at them sideways. But they said Trump fixed basically Trump helped bring jobs back, and I'm like, okay, how many of us in here is like in their 30s? Remember when they used to have that I'm a Bill sitting on Capitol Hill, that damn commercial shit that used to come on Channel 7 and the fucking on Saturday morning, used to come on Saturday morning and shit, and they used to sing to you and tell you about how the bills go through fucking Congress and all that shit. This is why I know the kids is getting stupid. How? Because shit like this isn't being taught anymore. Schoolhouse Rock. There you go. Look, I'm going to say this. After a president signs some shit into legislation, after it goes through the House and it get passed, just to get the damn thing passed, most of the times it takes about 2 years. Just to get it passed. Then, after it gets passed, in order for the trickle-down effect to happen and for the government to do all the things to then be able to institute whatever the change is, it's probably going to be another 1.5 years, 2 years. So most of the time a bill or something gets passed while a president is president, they won't see it during that term. It's always going to be in their second term that they're going to be able to, what somebody said, benefit off of their, what the fuck they said, because that was a good way to put it. Benefit off of their work. It's going to be in their second term if they sign it in their first term. The second term is like a victory lap. You understand what I'm saying? So when she said, when the individual said President Trump brought jobs back, what did Obama do? I'm like, baby girl, Obama's the one that brought these jobs back. And everybody knows I don't even talk about Obama on this channel. I don't even talk about Obama. When has anybody really ever heard me talk about Obama? I don't talk about him. I don't talk about his kids. I don't talk about his wife. I don't talk about none of them. I'm not over here caping for Obama. But I also keep it a buck, and I tell you exactly what it is. Yeah, they sent everything. Why not? I don't dislike Obama, but I know what a president is. And different presidents are gonna do different fucked up shits, and they're gonna do different things that are good. I just know what a president is, and I know what Obama's job was. But that's not what we're talking about today, and that's gonna get me sidetracked. But I have a feeling I know what Obama's job was. And Obama did his job really well. And everybody is blaming this everybody is saying, well, not everybody, but you got people talking about how because race relations have broke down the way that they did, that it's a Donald Trump thing. And I'm saying no, it's not a Donald Trump thing. If Donald Trump never became president, it wouldn't get the fucking spotlight on it. I'm saying this shit was happening while Obama was president, but it was getting ignored. And he wasn't speaking up on it. So who's worse, him or freaking Trump? A man who is represented as a black man, not speaking up on race relations when it obviously needs to be spoken up on, or a white man who has done tons of racist shit throughout everybody knowing about this nigga, deciding that whenever he speaks up on it, he's going to speak up on it for his people. What's worse? Yeah, but you're saying Obama taxed all the companies, but remember, Trump said he didn't tax the companies. Remember? Well, Trump spoke out both sides of his mouth. So anyway, that's not what I want to get on. Yeah, but that's not the point I'm trying to make one night, and you are correct. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point is that's what he was trying, what people was trying to use him as a representation of. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care for Obama like that. Hillary had no fucking chance. Hillary had no chance. Zero chance. I got a family member who love Hillary, love Bill. That's their right. And so I would go to them and I'd be like, when the whole thing was happening, and I'd be talking about, damn, I hope Bernie win. And he'd stay trying to tell me about all of the good things about Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton this, and she's going to be president. And there's no way she's going to not be president. Because Hillary this, Hillary that. And I'm going to tell you what was one of the first things that I tried to point out. I said, yo, look, man. Hillary Clinton is trying to have unisex bathrooms. I don't think people understand how badly unisex bathrooms actually hurt her position. I don't think people understand how badly unisex bathrooms actually hurt her position. You think people in the Bible Belt, want to be able to send their young 13-year-old, 10-year-old daughters into the bathroom where there might be some dude just hanging out? Because, see, the issue isn't, well, we want to protect gay people rights. So gay people rights are more important than our children. I'm telling you right now, that's what people are thinking. Gay people rights are more important than our children's rights. I used to drive trucks for a living. I'm telling you right now, even in the men's bathroom, there'd be niggas that just be in there all day, butt naked, washing up in the sink. Butt naked in the bathroom all day, washing up at the fucking sink. I don't think they understood how detrimental that was to her campaign. As soon as I saw that, I said I couldn't believe it. But let's get back on track. Wait, what? I'm sorry, y'all. Got some weird. So, when I hear Kanye West say, well, when Hillary Clinton campaign went, I didn't feel like me being a man, I didn't feel like what she was speaking about was for me. That's what Kanye just said. That's what Kanye said. What phone? I think I got it. Let me see if I can get it queued up. God dang it. It was right there. God dang it. Hold on. Let me go to my history. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. So when Kanye says, I didn't feel like Hillary was talking for me as a man. I haven't seen any of these being advertised. Get out of here.
I think it's that helps you beat this game called life. I think it's the bravery that helps you beat this game called life. You know, they try to scare me to not wear this hat. My own friends, but this hat, it gives me power in a way. You know, my dad and my mom separated, so I didn't have a lot of male energy in my home. And also, I'm married to a family that, you know, not a lot of male energy going on. It's beautiful, though. You know, I love Hillary. I love everyone, right? But the campaign, I'm with her, just didn't make me feel like a guy that didn't get to see my dad all the time, like a guy that could play catch with his son. There was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like.
Do you hear what he's saying right there? Just for a minute, forget that this is crazy ass Kanye, and forget for a minute that he's talking to Donald Trump. Kanye's telling you, he's like, yo, he's like, yo, Hillary Clinton, I didn't feel like Hillary Clinton was talking to me. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. Before we go any further, I want to say that I am not a Trump fan at all. At all. I just want to say that. I'm not a Trump fan at all. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. Let me get into just how much I'm not a Trump fan in a minute. But did you hear what he just said? The whole energy, all the energy that Hillary Clinton was coming with, that wasn't for me. What was, and then he made a joke and he was like, yo, look, man, I'm in a fucking, my family is all women. And that was still not, I still couldn't fuck with it. My family is all women. I still couldn't mess with what Hillary was talking about. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I believe he's schizophrenic. And he doesn't have any construction to it. Like this whole entire time that I've been talking, basically, in order for me to get my point across, I'll tell you right now, since we're already real far into it, in order for me to get my point across, I had to explain to you, because that was the first point I wanted to make. I needed to explain to you how him choosing Trump is him believing he's choosing the lesser of two evils. So even if you don't agree with him, even if you absolutely like, yo, look, I am not fucking with this Trump. I'm not fucking with Trump. I'm not voting for Trump. If anybody asks me anything about Trump, I ain't fucking with that nigga. Like, I don't know what the hell this he's talking about at this point. But knowing, I wasn't going to bring this up until later, but I'll bring it up now. Who is Obama's best friends? Who is Obama and Michelle's best friends? Who is Obama and Michelle's best friends? Nope. Celebrity best friends. That's the best way to put it, because Joe Biden is definitely Obama's homie. Celebrity best friends. The Carters. Yep. A couple of days ago, Jay-Z and Beyonce disowned Kanye. No, Jay-Z and Obama went everywhere together. I think they even went to Cuba together. They went everywhere together. That shit was crazy. Appreciate you, champ. No, you're 100% right, Tommy. Matter of fact, if they weren't corrupt, they wouldn't make it that far because all the other politicians would be trying to tear them down. Yep, exactly. So you understand what I'm trying to say here? Because, see, Kanye, yeah, I think they did have beef. Kanye had beef, but that could have just been because he was stealing his best friend from him. I just want to make that point because I've seen other people talking about it, but I don't think people are really understanding that one, you good, Carlo, that one, Kanye West is trying to get his name in the motherfucking history books. I don't think people was understanding that. People also, I wasn't going to mention this either, but Kim Kardashian is going to the fucking the White House, getting people taken out of getting people freed. She's going to the fucking White House talking to Trump, and motherfuckers is getting freed out of prison. What kind of shit is that? I don't think people are really paying attention to it. I think people are just so busy. I think people are just so busy trying to hate Trump, and I'm not a Trump fan, but I think people are so busy trying to hate Trump that right now Trump could cure cancer and it won't make a difference. Right now, Trump could be like, look, man, all these other rat bastards that came before me knew that there was a cure for AIDS and they ain't tell anybody. Here, the cure for AIDS, everybody have it. AIDS is never a problem ever again. Motherfuckers still are not going to like Trump. I don't think he'll do that. I don't think he would do that. But the point is, even if Trump did that, people are still not going to like him. You know how people talk about giving the N-word power, giving the word nigga power? You have to stop giving the word nigga power. Y'all know everybody that gets upset that Kanye is wearing that fucking hat is doing the same thing. Y'all giving that hat power. If nobody cared about that fucking hat, it wouldn't matter. I personally don't care about the hat. I don't care if the nigga wear the hat, don't wear the hat, whatever, nigga. Just make sure you match. Don't put on the fucking hat and it don't match. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I match right now. But that's not the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't put the hat on if it don't match, nigga. That's it. I think people need to stop paying attention to that hat. I think people need to stop caring if people wear that hat. I think people need to stop caring whether people are fans of Trump or not. I think people need to stop caring about this. And for everybody that says that Trump isn't a racist, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I lived in New York City in the 90s. In the 90s, in the early 90s, they got these guys called the Central Park Five. Look it up. When those guys got arrested, Trump wanted to throw them under the fucking jail. They ended up going to jail. Then it was found out later that those kids was actually, we talk about kids here, like 15 years old, 16-year-old kids. Then it was found out later that those kids was actually innocent. Trump said he don't care. He still want them kids to stay in jail, even though they didn't do it. Think about that for a minute. DNA evidence comes out proving that they didn't do it. Undeniable DNA evidence. Trump said he don't care. They should still stay in jail for the rest of their life. Are you trying to say that that there can be a party or an organization that want to create civil unrest? I believe I'm 100% for that. And I think that mumble rap is another way that they're trying to create civil unrest by keeping our minds all fucked up and by polluting the youth. Because what was the first thing that I told y'all when we came in here? The number one way that you could control the fucking future is by molding the youth that's listening currently to mumble rap. And 6ix9ine, that's who the youth listen to. Those guys. Yes, and Hillary Clinton called black youths super predators. That's facts. Yep, you're right, Joe Scott. I didn't even know one of them was still in jail. He must have committed a crime when he was in jail. You know how much raping them kids probably got? Them kids went to jail. Them niggas was getting raped. Them niggas was getting treated like shit. Them niggas lived a horrible motherfucking prison term. And they didn't even do nothing. They just was too scared to keep their mouth shut and wait for a lawyer. With the police people that was doing the fucking you know, it's my mind is fucked up right now. But with the you know I ain't getting no sleep. With the when they had them in the interrogation room, having them in the interrogation room for like 2 and 3 days straight at a time. With 2 and 3 days straight in the interrogation room, trying to get trying to get them to rat on each other. Got to think about this. So, I guess the underlying theme, before I even get to the end, I guess the underlying theme of what I'm trying to say is whenever I look at this country and I see the shit that President Trump is doing and I see all the bullshit that's going on, I think about this. I think about how it was found out that, for everybody that don't know, you know, both parties, they raise money, right? The GOP raises money and the Democrats raise money, right? And so when they raise money, there's a person that's in charge of that money. And then they give that money out to the different people that's running for office. So when Hillary Clinton was running for office, and when Hillary Clinton was running against Bernie Sanders, there was a person that was in the Democratic Party that it was their job to sign off on shit so they can pay for commercials, so they can pay for, I don't know, whatever the fuck they need to pay for. There's a person that had to sign off on that. Guess what? Before Hillary Clinton went to run for president, that was her job. When she went to run for president, she put a puppet in that spot to act like that puppet was running the job, but she really ran the job. And she wasn't giving Bernie any money for his campaign. Bernie wasn't getting any money for his campaign. He's getting very little bit of money that he had to fight and scratch and claw for, but he never complained about it. Think about that. Think about how if she wasn't in charge of that money, if somebody else was in charge of that money, if Bernie would have got the monies that he needed, he might have actually won the nomination over her and Trump wouldn't be president right now. Yeah, definitely. We need to definitely send our prayers out to everybody affected by Hurricane Michael. Think about that. Because these same people who are still pissed off that Hillary Clinton, you got to understand, a lot of people are mad at Trump because Hillary Clinton didn't win. He didn't do anything wrong. He did what his job was. His job was to beat her. Her job was to beat him. I think just in total, when I look at the whole Kanye West going to talk to Hillary, going to talk to Donald Trump, I see a couple of different things. I'm gonna wind this down. Yo, Zeke, you out here? Ant, where Ant at? Let's get Ant first. Yo, Ant, you out there? Now I'm gonna call you up because you are he is a Trump advocate. So I'm gonna let him call up and say what he want to say. He might be playing a game. Because I believe in look, just because somebody doesn't agree with believe what I believe that everybody got the opportunity. I believe that we always have to look at things through both perspectives. If we only try to look at things through our own perspective, then we can't grow. And also, if we only looking at things through the way that we looking at things, then how can we not just grow, but how can we, if we're wrong about anything, how can we ever see it? In the Bible, it says that man needs woman, man needs a wife. And I'm letting you know, that is fact. And some of the best women out there aren't the ones that's going to always tell you that you're right. They're going to be the ones that know how to get across to you and let you know that you're wrong. You know, without, you know, nowadays people think that the only way to tell somebody that they're wrong is to be disrespectful. We live in a fucked up time, yo. We live in a great time, but we live in a fucked up time. I don't even think Ant can see you, Tommy. Actually, a lot of people might not notice, but when Trump actually won the presidency, his wife cried, his son got pissed off and got angry. He was pissed off and angry. They didn't expect nor want to win. Anybody know who Ross Perot is? No, Trump didn't want to win. Does anybody know who Ross Perot is? Am I the only one to know who Ross Perot is? All right, but for those that don't know who Ross Perot is, I'm just going to explain. Ross Perot was like a oil tycoon billionaire nigga from Texas. And he used to run for presidency. He ran to be like the president like 3 or 4 times. But he never ran to win. He knew he wasn't going to win. What he did was, he did the same thing Trump did. He ran for presidency, then he loaned himself money. So basically, when he loaned himself money, he was actually able to make money. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say he loaned himself $50 million. He probably ended up making, because of the loan, he probably ended up making like, I don't know, out for the $50 million, he probably raked in like $500 million. Like some, probably not that much, but a lot of money. Because they're loaning the money to themselves and then they're like collecting interest and the whole, it's like washing the money or some shit. I don't know. But that's what Trump was trying to do. Trump was not trying to win. Does anybody remember when Trump said, even if he loses, he's going to make $1 billion? Does anybody else remember when Trump said that? Or am I the only one? Trump said, even if I lose the election, I'm going to make $1 billion. He said, even if I lose, I'm going to make $1 billion. You want to know why? Because he had been loaning himself money. He said that. Carlo, remember? He said, even if I lose, I'm going to make $1 billion. No, he was just, I don't even think he meant to go that far. I think Trump realistically was trying to sabotage himself when he was calling them niggas names. Remember when Trump was just calling people names and shit? I think he was really trying to sabotage himself. I think he really was. I think he said so. I think he really was trying to sabotage himself. I don't think he in no way was even thinking about or caring to win. That's it. I don't even think he was caring to win. I think he was trying to sabotage himself. But because of the climate in America, people was just jacking what the fuck he was talking about. Nah, man. I'm telling you. My dude, after Trump won, his wife cried. He got upset and pissed off. His son did some weird shit. They have them on. I don't remember if they have them recorded or not, but they was like in the back. Everybody was pissed off that they won. They were pissed off. That's why his wife, I forgot his wife's name, Melina or something like that. That's why she did not want to go to move. She had to move. She didn't want to fucking move. She didn't want to have to move to the White House. That's why she tried to stay in New York City, and then they said she couldn't do it. Oh, all right. I don't really believe new shit either, to be honest with you. I don't believe new shit either. But I do know Trump. And I live in New York City. And I do understand that a lot of people that don't live in New York City, they wouldn't be privy to some of the bullshit shenanigans that he's done throughout, existence. Like the real reason why he's mad at the NFL. Y'all know the real reason why he's mad at the NFL and he be taking shots at them, right? He tried to start a football league of his own, and then he sued the NFL and said that they had a monopoly on football because he couldn't, because since the NFL had all the stadiums locked up in the winter, yep, $1, because the NFL had all the stadiums locked up in the winter, he had to play his season in the summer, and playing this season in the summer, it wasn't good for whatever the reason was, and it was messing up their money. So he was causing for them to go out of business. So then he sued them, won, and was awarded a fucking $1. They gave him a debt check for a fucking $1. That nigga hate the NFL. I don't think he has a winner's mentality. I think he has a privileged mentality. I think Trump believes that he's privileged and should just receive whatever the fuck he want to receive. That's me, though. Yeah, he's a narcissist. What do you mean who plays for the NFL? I don't get what you're trying to say, Miss Martin. Sorry, y'all. Zeke, you still here, Zeke? I heard somebody today talking about that systematic racism basically don't exist. You know what's worse worse than somebody saying something that you're just like, you're just so wrong. It's just somebody that you really like or admire, and they saying some shit that you're just like, oh man. Let's be part of the solution, not the problem. Just because certain forms of racism doesn't affect me, that doesn't mean that I don't know that they exist. What up, Cece? Anyway, yo, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it early today. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired of shit. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm really not feeling that well. I think that everybody needs to pray for Kanye. I think even more importantly than the praying for Kanye part, I think that people need to understand what's really going on. Right now, Kanye can be bought. That's basically what's going on. I'll wrap it up real quick. Kanye can be bought. That's one. Two, Kanye is obviously, I mean, I'm always concerned when I see celebrities go disappear. You understand what I'm saying? When celebrities in the limelight, all of a sudden they go disappear for like a couple of months. They was at some kind of retreat, or they was at some kind of drug counseling, and then they come out and the motherfuckers got a totally different personality. I'm always concerned with that. That's always something to be concerned about in my mind. Anyway, but yo, I'm just saying it's always something to be concerned about in my mind. Always something to be concerned about. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm not dropping no more fucking 6ix9ine shit. So unless you got some real dope, meaty shit about 6ix9ine, don't send me nothing on 6ix9ine. I'm not dropping no more 6ix9ine shit. Damn it. Nobody's gonna get anything. Nobody's gonna get anything. Nobody's gonna get anything from fucking Trump. You think Trump is in the business of giving money back? Trump is not in the business. Appreciate y'all. Trump is not in the business of giving money back to no one. No more 6ix9ine, y'all. Yo, you don't know how upset I was. I did like 4 videos that were not 6ix9ine videos. It just didn't come out good. I did like 4 videos that were not 6ix9ine, maybe 3. I don't know. I got to look in my computer. I just didn't like the way they came out. I just didn't like them. I didn't have the right energy. I didn't have the right. Just didn't sound right. I don't know. Yeah, he can see you, Tommy. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.